Hey, podcast listening people. Connor Doobie here. Happy Marketing Money Monday to you all. Hope you're doing great. Don't forget, if you're listening to this and you're like, well, dude, it's not Monday, you can go find this podcast on all your favorite audio apps, but I do stream this live. So if you want this in real time, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Facebook. You can check it out. And also, if you are seeing this video and you want to go listen on the go, all your favorite podcast apps, iTunes, Spreaker, Spotify, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, iTunes. I think I already said iTunes, but you name it, we are there today. Make your marketing prosper with prospect generated content. Let's go. If you're jumping into the stream, if you're jumping out of the stream, do me a tiny favor, small favor, but makes all the difference in the world. Give this a little bit of like. Give it a like, give it a like, give it a heart, give it a hate. I don't care. Engage, please. Helps to spread the video, if not even for you, but for somebody else in your network who wants access to this information for free. Share this out with them. I very much appreciate it. I love the fact that I roll around, it's like 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm like, what am I going to do for my live stream today? So many people get hung up on planning and plotting and making it perfect and lighting's perfect and all that. But no, I'm here to bring you real content, right? I'm here to bring you the stuff that I know. Garen, what up, brother? Good to see you. Thank you so much for dropping by. I appreciate you. I'll even highlight you. See, guys, when you engage, you get rewarded. I'll even drop your comment up in there. It doesn't have to be perfect. And I was really excited when I came up with this. Like a few minutes before, sometimes I'll read some articles. Sometimes they'll just come to me. Sometimes they'll come to me the day before. And I was just about to jump in here. I'm like, what haven't I talked about? What haven't I hit an angle on yet in, recent weeks or months even? And what have I not really dove into with these live streams? Which, by the way, these live streams aren't always me. Very often I have some expert guests that I bring to the table, and believe it, 2022, I have some celebrities, some business celebrities that we're going to have on this podcast. So you're going to want to make sure to subscribe. So make your marketing prosper with prospect generated content. I can't even say the damn title without reading it because it's just so creative and so unique. But what do I mean by this? So you may have heard about like client generated or user generated content, right? What does that mean to you? It could mean something different to everybody else, but I haven't seen anybody talking about prospect generated content. And I guarantee you probably haven't thought of this concept, or you may be using it or may have thought about it, but you're not really taking advantage of it or realizing all the different ways that you can take advantage of it. So it is difficult, right? As the world gets noisier, we get busier, you got stuff going on, you name it. It's more difficult to get your foot in the door, to get conversations that lead to sales. It's challenging. If you're in sales, you're in marketing, right? You're marketers too. You're not even doing the prospecting, but you're putting out these funnels, you're putting out content, you're putting out these events to try to get the sales team leads and to try to get them sales. It's difficult. But at the end of the day, you got to ask yourself, what do people really want? Whether they're a CEO, whether they're a CTO, they're an engineering director, they're a procurement manager, they're a logistics, director or liaison, or you name it, right? Whatever the title of your business prospects are, think about it right now. Who are they, right? As you're listening to this, who are my prospects? What do they care about? Well, they care about improving, their income, their status, their authority, and some other things, their security, you name it. And they need to educate themselves in order to do that. Now, if I'm a marketer, who do I want to learn from, right? Do I want to learn from people who aren't marketers, or do I want to learn from other marketers? If I'm a CMO, do I want to learn from, XYZ person, or do I want to learn from another CMO? So this is where the beauty of this concept of prospect generated content, and I love this idea because I like the approach of going out to your prospects in a thoughtful manner and asking if they're willing to contribute to content for your business, because your business is also educating and has a audience of those similar roles. And number one, it's super valuable for your prospects. Number two, it's super valuable for that person on the other end because they want authority, they want status. And at the end of the day, most senior level leaders, they genuinely want to help other people. And so they're going to say yes, and they're willing to do it. So let me give you an example. Podcasts, right? I can go to any number of my prospects out in the world and say, hey, Mr. Prospect, I have an audience of B2B marketers, CMOs, marketing directors, you name it, who would love to hear your perspective, your insights, your strategies, the challenges that you've had in, this space over the last number of years. Would you be willing to be interviewed on my podcast so that we can share? Well, what does that do? Well, number one, you get prospect generated content for your audience. So you get basically unlimited supply of content. It's a self-sustaining loop. Number two, you get the relationship with that prospect that you wouldn't have had otherwise if you're just reaching out to them and saying, hey, dude, do you want to buy from me? Do you want to buy from me? Do you want to buy from me? Can I have 15 minutes of your time? Please, can I have 15 minutes of your time? No. What's the value there? Unless you're really good. Or, timing, need, opportunity, all these things. But relationships are a byproduct of your increase of sales. Another way you can do this, you don't have to launch a podcast. A lot of people get hung up with this, right? Oh, dude, I don't want to go start a podcast, launch a podcast. It's too much work. I don't know how to do it. I don't know where to start. Again, just stuck up on that. You can do this through other content vehicles. So again, prospect generated content. I can reach out to my prospects and say, hey, can we interview you to ghostwrite an article? Can we take a picture with you and then use a quote from a 5-minute interview and put it on an image and share it to LinkedIn? And then tag that person, tag their company, tag other individuals in their company, and then boom, you've got attention of prospects. But again, you have unlimited supply of content for your audience to put into SEO, to put on your website, to put into your email campaigns, to put out on video on LinkedIn. So you can really this year, and somebody else find me. I've found nobody else who's talking about this. So I feel pretty innovative on this, but it works. I've been using this for years. Make your marketing prosper by leveraging relationships with your prospects. Prospect generated content is the future, right? It's still a great idea to use your clients to get testimonials, case studies, and all that is fine and dandy. But how are you using that with your prospects? How are you opening the door to relationships? I'll give you another example. I hosted a marketing mastermind last week. Some of you saw me probably talking about it, promoting about it. By the way, we will have another one coming up here soon. And the topic is going to be really cool. I'm excited to share. But so instead of me going out and trying to get meetings with my prospects, trying to figure out what's valuable to them, I'm going to let them decide. I'm going to let them try to figure it out for me. So I reach out to, people I want to meet, people I want to network with, and say, hey, we're going to host this mastermind. Love to have you speak. Or if you want to sit in and listen, minimally, I'm going to give you a chance to network with other like-minded B2B marketers who have either been way more successful than you or maybe not as successful than you. And in that case, maybe you can mentor them. Maybe there's some information you can hand down. So for an hour and a half, we just nerded out and talked. A group of us, B2B marketers, and I've got some new partnerships out of it. I've got some new sales opportunities out of it, but anybody can apply this. Anybody can apply this for any industry. So what do you guys think? I want to know. Please leave some more comments. I'll highlight you. I see you watching. When you're watching, make sure you give this a little like, little love. If not for you, share it for other people. You can also check out the B2B Mentors podcast on all of your favorite podcast apps. And if you're listening to this after the fact, follow me on LinkedIn so you get the little ding, the little notification when I go live. Much love to you guys. Make it great. I appreciate you all, and I'll see you on the other side.